Good evening and welcome back. I'm Teddy and you are listening to Night Talk. It is another wow. That's all I can say. I just wanted to just like wow. Another edition of Analyze This Mess because somebody has to say it. And I'm going to say it tonight because D is for docket clogging. Shout out to the mob, all my other bears. I call the grizzlies and the honey bears. Please hit the like on your way in. Grab a glass of, well, I have my Gatorade, a beverage of your choosing, because we will probably be here for an hour. All right, because I have some things that need to be addressed. Yes. So I will give you guys a couple of moments to come in. Maybe some of you did not get your notice. I see a handful of folks. Let me look at the comments and I'm going to go ahead and get the music started. I don't see any of my moderators just yet. So I will hold on just for a moment. By the way, let me just mark the time. It is 9:47 on Tuesday, July 15th. All right. Let me just check everything out. We probably have some folks in the bushes, but again, I'm looking at the chat. Let me go ahead and go outside and look at the chat as well. Give me a second. I'm going to go out to my YouTube because sometimes what I can see in the studio might be a little different than what you are seeing. So let me go to my channel. I see baby Juju. All right. And okay, so far we have a handful of folks in the bushes. The bear cave. I see Polly just came in, number 2. I'm just going to give you guys a couple moments. I get started. And I will after so long. I don't want to wait too much longer because there is much to get into. All right. So I have enough folks that I feel are listening. Okay. So let me get into it. Tonight it's D for docket clogging. Because when you can't win on facts or law, your next move is to bury the court in paper. Danielle Robertson's latest filing, which was entered into the docket today and filed, isn't about protection, although she's calling it a supplement. I'll tell you exactly what she's calling this one. It's ECF number 73, which I will not be reading all of this. Okay. Hang on. Let me just. all the way to the top. Yes, she's calling it supplement to motion for protective order. It is 54 pages, which includes the brief and exhibits. And I will show the exhibits because what she did in the exhibits is merely but focus on putting up my videos, the description or the thumbnail of my videos since, let's see the date. I'll show you here in just give me a second. Since May 13. So, YouTube live streams, community posts from May 13 until July 14th. That would be through yesterday. So it shows she was watching, she was recording, she was following all the detail and decided that she would put all of these videos up. The thumbnail or the description, all right, is basically the description. All right. Yeah, because you can go to my channel. And if you pull up a video, as you can see, I'm getting into it already before really getting, So let me go ahead. I'm just moving forward and just talking about this. All right. But yes, it's not about protection. Although when I pause to look up the video, the filing, all right? And the title, it's the supplement for, which one does she reference? Number 28, she goes all the way back to her motion for protective order, ECF number 28, and including supplemental evidence, ECF number 35. She calls it to solely update the factual record. I have looked through this, all right? It requires me to go through it several times, but I won't be reading it to you tonight. I'm just going to point out some things because I have not read her filings, all right? I have not shown her filings, right? The exhibit, because it's snapshots of my video descriptions, I said I would show those just so that you could see at the length that she went through to create a total of 54 pages. And keep in mind, she was the last one to file outside of the judge for number 72 when the judge responded to John Doe's 63. So since my response to the judge to show cause 64 through 70, then came in 71, which was Danielle's supplement to my show cause. Okay. Then the judge, 72, and now Danielle is filing this supplement to motion for protective order. 71 was 29 pages, I believe, and this one is 54 pages. This is why I am calling it D for docket clogging. Okay. It's not about safety. It's not even about the truth. It's about stalling the process, flooding the docket, and hoping the court gets distracted by noise instead of evidence. Let's be clear. I have followed every court order. I have not threatened Danielle. I have not harassed her. And I have certainly not violated any protective order because none even exist. But while I've been respecting the process, Danielle has been filing supplements and stacking accusations and twisting public commentary into false claims of harassment. Why? I think because she knows right now I can't respond until the court rules on service and jurisdiction. That's not legal strategy. That's docket clogging, plain and simple. And sooner or later, the court is going to see it for exactly what it is. Okay, so let's get into this. Wow. I see more of you have joined me. And yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Filing. Filing without evidence is a pattern because Danielle keeps submitting accusations, not proof. Accusations, not proof. She knows I can't respond yet. So she's taking advantage of the silence. Protective orders require real threats, not hurt feelings. Public commentary isn't harassment. It's my right. Court orders matter. And I've followed every one. But weaponizing the court, and this is how I see it, to silence critics is abuse of process. You're going to hear silence and pause because this is a lot to think about. Also, put into words that because I'm commenting on something that was just filed today, all right? And I haven't had the opportunity to review it multiple times. So I will limit what I say specifically in response to things that were alleged, right? Let me say this. This is my lawsuit, not Danielle's press conference. She's trying to hijack the docket with every video I post, twisting public commentary into courtroom filings. It's simply not a defense, it's a distraction. And yes, I do hope the court will see straight through this. I do. It's hijacking the docket. That is what it is. Let me just think this through for a moment. Weaponizing the court. This is what it is. Using it as her own bully pulpit. And during a time, as I said, that now this has been 1, 2, basically 2 from her, 1 which was expected, John Doe's 63. All right. But I could only respond to the order that the judge gave me for show cause. I couldn't even respond within the 14-day window that is typically for response to a filing. I haven't even had a chance to respond to John Doe's filing. I'm talking about through the court. Legal terms. Okay. I haven't had a chance to respond to Danielle's filing, 71, the supplement. And here comes this one. Okay. I haven't had an opportunity to even address, I'm going to say, Danielle's filing or introducing me into another court case there at the federal court. I haven't had a chance to even address that. Just in case you want to know. There's a lot of moving parts and things that are stacking up. And I'm waiting for a response from the judge. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All comments and opinions that are read, seen, heard tonight, whether it's in the chat or here, it's of the person who is giving those, okay? All right. Let me continue. Let me just stay focused. So again, filing supplements isn't a substitute for the truth. The docket tells a story, and hers is full of distraction. I'm not playing games with the court, but someone clearly is, in my opinion. Docket clogging. That's what's going on. Can't cover up contradictions and lies. No. So the point that I made just earlier, Danielle comes in, continues submitting these documents, again, without evidence. This is a repeated pattern with accusations, but empty of credible evidence. Instead of providing real proof of harassment or threats, she floods the record with narrative. It's narrative-driven claims designed to look official, but lack any substance. Narrative-driven. Mm-hmm. I see it as exploiting the fact, yes, I do, that the court has paused responses while reviewing jurisdiction and service, but she's taking advantage of that silence to paint an unchecked narrative. So again, it's a narrative and it's unchecked in the court of law. One she knows I can't yet rebut in court. And I'm certainly not giving a full rebuttal. Even tonight, I'm mentioning the filing and I'm telling you some key points in a way that I'm thinking about it, analyzing the situation and why I think this might be going on. The law is clear. A protective order is meant to stop real harassment with threats of danger or harm. Threats of it. Danielle's claims don't allege credible threats or abuse of the court process. She keeps using that word, that's stalking. She's trying to stretch the definition of harassment to include lawful public commentary, which isn't how the law works. Public commentary and critique, that's constitutionally protected, and I've mentioned it before. Talking about a public figure analyzing court filings and responding to public statements, all of those are protected speech. Danielle entered this public forum and lawsuit voluntarily. My commentary reflects facts and publicly available records. So that's not harassment. I haven't violated any discovery rules. I haven't issued subpoenas since the court's restrictions. I've respected the judicial process, even when I think she hasn't. Because Danielle's filing falsely suggests otherwise. It's misleading. It's disinformation. It's a tactic designed to sway the court with emotion, not law. She's using this as an instrument to file motions or supplements, to chill lawful speech, or to manipulate the court's timelines. This introducing more documents as a way to stall, try to dismantle this process, injecting things that are absolutely untrue. I've seen a few of these ways she's twisting commentary. That, again, I see it is an abuse of the legal process. The court is not her personal PR management tool. I filed this lawsuit. Supplement after supplement after supplement. That's not a legal strategy. It's a distraction tactic. I'll repeat it again. Instead of addressing core legal issues, this time is a strategy to file repetitive motions, objections, and now supplements, all of which have been designed to flood the document with noise rather than meaningful argument. By the way, she is actively litigating this case. She is actively litigating. Mhm. She's not just making a special appearance. She's actively litigating. She has filed multiple supplements, motions, briefs. It's in the docket. They're numbered. She started off with 109 pages. I think it's one of avoidance. That's what I think. And distraction. Yes, I've talked about D for distraction. It's a clear pattern. Look at the case document. Every single time Danielle's facing exposure or accountability, another vague, emotionally charged filing hits the record. The timing of it all speaks louder than the content. And I've told my audience each time, I'm waiting for the court's ruling. I base my claims on verifiable records. Meanwhile, Danielle has shifted positions, swapped aliases, contradicted statements, and now she's adding baseless accusations to that list. She is. But docket clogging won't stop the truth or the evidence. At the end of the day, everyone, no amount of repetitive filings, distortions or false claims or any of that I'm seeing here will erase, none of it will erase the factual record. The truth will withstand her paperwork storm. Her paperwork is for a paper trail. She has been talking about paper trail for years. I see it now in some of her videos. And if anything, perhaps the court may start seeing this pattern as abuse of the judicial resources. Because this filing is just simply just a sounding board, because she's, let me just because she feels a certain way. Mm-hmm. And she wants to retaliate. Mm-hmm. Because she's weaponizing the court system. That's how I see it. Mm-hmm. So yeah. I'm looking at the time. It's 10:20. I'm gonna break, and then I have much more to say and show as well. Mhm. Let me just look at the chat so I can just break it up. Scan real quick. As a matter of fact, maybe I will put up the chat when I show a portion of the filing, which will be on the exhibit, which is my videos. Okay. I may show that. But I can't even make any kind of response just yet. No. Legally, I can't file anything more. So I have to wait. And you might just understand, I'm certain, if you were in this position and you see these filings and you know some things that are being said are reckless and simply untrue. They are simply things that she's claiming that I've said. Simply, she has misquoted, rewritten the truth. It's simply not the way things happen. No. This again, and I'm even tonight. I'm careful at what I'm saying and how I'm saying it, but to be honest, this is who I am. All right? People know that. Yes, you've probably seen me even sound even maybe more frustrated at times. But it only lasts a few minutes, if that. There have been enough things done. I mean, it's just over and over and over and over again. She is absolutely trying to silence my voice. She's trying to silence my voice even in the court of law so that I don't get due process. She's trying to manipulate the court emotionally. The way this filing is written, she's painting herself as the victim in all of this. And she's trying to use the commentary. It's fair use commentary. I can come to my platform. I can talk about my case. But she's taken it even further. She's twisting it and turning it into, she's trying to almost like trying to file. How would I say this? Almost like she's trying to put forth she's talking about, I'll just tell you this. So there's a 1 through Roman numerals, what? We have 11 through the conclusion and then exhibits. Well, Roman numeral 11, she has it called new false allegations involving third party. July 13, 2025. I'll read this. I will read this part. Let me just make sure. Hang on. I'm not going to show it. I'm going to read it though. Okay. Let me pull it up here. She writes, on July 13, 2025, plaintiff published a live stream titled D for Deflection 2, using dfordanielle branding and hashtag, which she has repeatedly used to signal content that targets defendant, either directly or through implication. The live stream falsely accused defendant of orchestrating a fraudulent wage garnishment against a third party. Pause. The live stream falsely accused defendant of orchestrating a fraudulent wage garnishment against a third party. She's trying to say that I argued that. She follows by saying, although not named in a direct legal accusation, plaintiff clearly implied defendant's involvement, stating, quote, when a fake garnishment email surfaces, she claims a content creator made it up to scam her, and further declaring, quote, if there's one thing Danielle has mastered, it's flipping the script. The episode's framing and commentary made defendant the central subject of alleged deception and misconduct. Why is she filing? Why is she putting this in as new false allegation? I have not made this a legal. I haven't filed this. She's filing this. She's introducing this and saying it's a false allegation against her. I have not made that allegation, but she has included it in this filing. Can you understand why? Yes. I when I saw that, I'm like, what? You mean I can't talk about a video that was created by her more than 3 years ago and how it would relate to a pattern? She is twisting this for sure. She says the episode's framing and commentary made defendant the central subject of alleged deception and misconduct. The content creator involved cups of conversations appeared live during the stream and directly exonerated the defendant by stating, I never said it. was her that did it. I never said that she did this to me, and explained that her former employer had identified the garnishment. Should I even read this? Originating from a man approximately 98 years old. Why is she filing this? Why is she even including this? Calling it a new false allegation involving a third party. She says, despite the real time correction, plaintiff continued to insinuate defendant's guilt. She stated, still did not prove that the email was shown was fake. Is that the same as saying, I don't even want to, giving commentary and telling my audience based on what I'm hearing and giving my opinion that it still didn't prove anything? That's not the same thing that she's trying to put in here as a new false allegation that I've done. What is this? Then she talks about this virtual office that was mentioned in excruciating detail by her. Oh, you have to look at this. She says this behavior supports the need for protective relief. What in the world? Saying that I'm weaponizing third-party disputes to manufacture new defamatory attacks. Absolutely false. She is taking the commentary, things that she said. She is twisting my reaction to commentary, and she is asserting things that weren't even said. Okay. So I just wanted to point that out. Because it's D for docket clogging. Things that are frivolous, irrelevant, not facts, but being introduced. Being introduced. This is a paper trail. This is meant to try to take advantage of the fact that I cannot yet, file. I'm waiting for an answer, and here she is filing more things. I pause. I pause. All right, so I'm going to come out. I said I was going to read a few comments. I'm going to read a few comments, and then I'm just going to quickly show you, because they're my videos, all these postings since May. Mm-hmm. Why is she clogging the docket with 54 more pages for the judge, to review. Why is she doing that? And we haven't even gotten a response yet. A ruling, I should say. She's following everything that I do. She is the one listening to everything. She is the one watching me on this platform and following me. She talks about my station head. And by the way, look, wait a minute. Okay. If I don't come back to it, I plan to. Let me just leave that. Okay. I'm going to read a few of your comments. I'm going to come back to specific comment that I want to make about station head and going over to station head. It is my platform. It is one of my, another social media site. Yeah. Okay. Now, where do I start? How are my moderators? How are you, baby Juju and Vicky Black? I see more of you out there. Yes, follow me on all social media. Please go ahead and hit the like. That is, I'm not asking for anything more than that. A like. Because when you engage, then YouTube sees this engagement. All right. And they might just recommend, the video. That's all I'm asking for, really, as far as that's concerned. Okay, let's go up to the top. We're good. It's 10:37. We're real good here. All the way up. Yes, you can email me right now at unwinewithteddy@gmail.com. Let's see. We've got Polly, Angie, Rye, Vicky. Just real quick. She's been trying to get a protective order for years. Listen carefully. Coward move, Polly. I'm just reading before I throw something up. Definitely trying to stall and clog the court. Yeah. Let's see. You say she might just submit a bogus letter in another content creator's name, like she did with Kimmy's case, to clog it even more. You see, I don't know what I don't know, do I? I'm not making any accusations. But I don't know if anything has also been filed behind the scenes. What? I don't know if there's something that's sealed. I don't know that. And at this point, if things are, let me just continue to read, because there's things that I don't know yet legally, so I don't want to speak on certain things, okay? Yeah, I have to be careful there. We've got FIVA. It's not me. Yeah. Going through. Is there a way to speed the process up? I don't think so. I mean, not anything that I'm going to do to try to interfere with the process. No. And I don't want to artificially, if there was a way, speed things up because it's not, I want them to be done correctly. If the judge is weighing everything, I want that to be done proper. It's, this is a legal matter. I don't know everything that's involved. So, yeah, there could be, it's summer, there could be vacation schedules. I mean, to put it, like simply something like that. I don't know everything, right? There's also criminal cases, and they take precedent over civil matters. But as I mentioned, last week, things were moving along at a pretty good clip. But we've come to the point where it's a fork in the road, and this next decision is critical. Mhm. It's crucial. It is. It's going to affect the entire case, no matter which way it goes. I don't even know all the implications that it might mean either way. So, no, uh, there's, I can't think of an emergency of why it, reasonable reason that's redundant to speed things up. I can't influence that. If someone is trying to introduce things to, you know, uh, notify the court or inquire, I don't know what's being done behind the scenes. I don't. I don't know if someone's behind the scenes interfering in any way with this case. You see, I don't know what I don't know. I have to trust the process, though. I have to trust the judges. They are the authority. Good evening, Polly and Junebug. It's not me. It says she does that to try and buy herself enough time. Could be. Stalling. Definitely keep trying to move the goalposts, even if it's just a little bit. Yeah. Whatever she can do, it's about winning. That's the only thing it's about. She doesn't care that it's clogging the docket. She's anonymous. Rice says it's not me. The fact a John Doe introduced himself into the claim is highly suspicious. Just imagine a judge receiving a John Doe motion. We have 2 anonymous entities so far. So she's dealing with that as well. It's not like, I mean, really. Again, I don't know all of the um, things that have to be considered when making a ruling on, service and jurisdiction. I've read some of the law, I've read some of the cases around it, but from just my a little bit of knowledge, this is something that judges, they take their time because this is very critical or crucial to decide jurisdiction. That could mean dismissal of a case, or it could mean moving the case forward and have other impact. Sometimes a case comes forward where it becomes like a reference, if you will, like like a citing, like as a precedence for something. Yes. So we simply don't know. I don't. Cups of Conversation. I haven't read your comment. It says, Lord, I'm scared to type. Hello, Teddy and Mob. I know. You came up to the platform and boom, look. She's even, wow. There it is. Luna Blade says, bless evening, Teddy. I see Patricia. It is confusing. Mm-hmm. She's definitely trying to weaponize this. I'm reading and saying that. It's how I see it. Yes, I could say something else. Junebug, let me read your comment. Says, emotions are not facts. I hope the court sees through all of this nonsense. She only filed a restraining order to flash it on YouTube. Restrain for what? Teddy only speaks on things that she has done and still is doing to her. She is trying to silence Teddy per usual. Absolutely. This is what it's about. I know what she's after. Scared, scrambling. Mhm. Yeah, it can be like a feeling that the court could even sense, overwhelming the court can, have an effect also on the movement. And I dare say again, who complained? Who spoke about frivolous and filing and trying to make made the accusation that the judge told me or said, shut up. That's not why. That's not why. The judge has to make, before the case can move forward, that must be resolved. And I get it. Yeah, she's definitely playing with the judge and the court. She is. That's how I see it. She's hoping. She's hoping because one thing, the judge, the judge isn't, I'll just say, as familiar, I think, as maybe some of us are. Her history, things that she's done, right? So I don't know how she is viewing her, but I can tell you, she has said in her own words, she said if she ever comes before a judge or is in a case, she is going to be able to convince the judge her way because she can. She's very good at persuading. Okay. So that's why she's putting all this, she's trying to persuade the judge. She wants the judge to dismiss this case. Mm-hmm. I'm just reading this. Yes. I can't move to do anything until I know. I know it's I have to wait. I can't even respond. I have to wait. So in other words, I see all of this happening, but I have to wait. That's how it is. Because I'm not going to jeopardize filing something out of order. No. Yes, it will. It would have to come from the judge because I can't. I can't. No, I can't file anything. No, I can't file a motion to sanction. I can't do any of that right now. I do. Junebug. Thank you, says Teddy. I understand your position. I hope you get an opportunity to respond and set the record straight with receipts and proof. I want to be heard. Yes, I want to get the opportunity to respond. I do. Yeah. On so many levels, this is wrong. But I'm talking about Danielle. Hmm. Yeah, some things that I've seen in it. Sharon, says she can say whatever she wants. The court wants proof of these accusations, Teddy. And I've thought of that too. I mean, there's been numerous filings. I haven't shown hers. So I read a section. I mean, a very small couple of paragraphs. Yeah. From this filing. Yeah, she thinks she has kind of power. It is control, Vicky. It's controlling the narrative. It's controlling and manipulating. I see it, the court, weaponizing. And how convenient it is. Suddenly, she wants to file something. Mhm. And some of these things she has put even in exhibit is repetitive. Some things she said. Yeah. But that's a tactic of hers. I already know that. It's to repeat things in filings, paper trail. She wants you to think she has power and control. She doesn't. This is what she's been doing all along, playing mind games to distract you with hopes that you would give up. No. Cub says, Lord, the garnishment made it to the court docs. Was introduced in a court. Oh, at least the subject of it. Yes, Luna Blade says your titles are discreet. Your entire. She's trying to weaponize even my titles. The D Force. Oh, yeah. Yeah, she mentions the D4. Yeah. hmm Makes a big thing of it. What does that have to do with suing her? She made a post. She didn't mention that in her filing. Yeah, an allegation. She calls a new allegation. She didn't put that in the filing. No. All right, so I will just give you a glimpse of what was filed. I'm talking about exhibits. So let's throw this up. I'm pulling it up. I just want to go to the page. All right. This is a portion of the filing in the exhibit portion. Exhibit, as she calls it, screenshot compilation. Plaintiff's use of D for Danielle, D for titles, and channel tagging May 13th through July 14th. Okay. Plaintiff's repeated use of hashtag D for Danielle. And that's what it is. Hashtag D for Danielle. That does not belong to her. That is a channel handle of one of my YouTube channels. Mhm. She didn't come up with it. She wants to lay claims on it. No. Mm-mm. But look at this. Even this is something about this D for prefix videos. What did I say while I'm waiting? while I'm waiting on this ruling, that I would be, you know, coming up with D4, something titles and relate it. I even put D for what? Disconnect and decompress. She put that in there too. But look, yes. So this is what it is. Look, May 14th. So everything, she basically puts up my videos. Look at this. And and D for direction. Yeah. D for disclaimer. D for due process. That's right. My clock. D for deliberate. D for discipline. D for destination. Dedicated. Delivered. Deception. Disruption. Digging. Doxing. D4s. I think you get the picture here. Since May. So she clogs the court with this. The docket, I should say. There's the D for decompress. When I played nice, relaxing music, taking a break. What is this about? It's not harassment to give commentary and to talk about D4s. She wants to even stop that idea. I think she really you know, that I created that. Wow, she wants to silence it. Look at this. D for disconnect. That's right, because somebody has to say it. Look at this. And we're just at page 28. I mean, and she puts these so she can make it appear like it's so long. Look at this one. D for dumbfounded. That wasn't even she wasn't in that video at all, the mention. That was what? That had to do with AT2 and Magic. Had nothing to do with, wow. Yeah, dumbfounded. I remember that one. Look at this. D for digital file. Yes, digital file. That's right. Because somebody contacted the court during the PPO hearing. That's right. D for decision. I mean, you get the point here? This is what was filed as the exhibits. This is all the exhibit. It's descriptions of my videos since May 14th through July 14th. Okay? This too deep, because it is. Just page after page after page. All of this so unnecessary. That was shown, how many months ago was that? 2 months ago. Who gon' check me, boo? That's her signature saying. Oh, look at this one. Hey, mob, you don't want to miss tonight's broadcast. Daniel Robertson, motion to quash. When was that? In May? Oh, that clock. Yes, time does move fast when you're having fun. Don't forget to follow me. What? My clock. Why? Do you see this? Pages. Lots of white space. Because this is how she does it. And then, oh, my station head, DForDanielle. Station head. I can hashtag DForDanielle. And she's mad. I mean, you just have to read this, okay? But you got the point. I didn't even finish, to the end. That's what page 49. There's 54 pages of this, okay? I want you to see this because on some level it's disturbing. And I see it as weaponizing the judicial system. I do. At a time when she knows that I can't, file anything yet to the court. I don't know how things are going to, resolve. I don't. And yeah, it's D for docket clogging because that's what it is. I've been on for an hour and 23 minutes and it's 11:08. Okay. This is there's just so many things that I could say. And I'll just hold back anymore for right now. I'm calling it docket clogging because of this piling on of documents. Yeah. Yeah. That's how I see it. Yeah. Let's see if I can get to the bottom here. And yes, please be mindful of what you're saying. If you see anything to the moderators, y'all know what to do. And yes, this is a current legal matter and why I'm really limiting. Yeah, I'm not reading the brief. I'm just not. And you can see my videos. Yeah. Yes, please be respectful in the chat. Let me just go on over this one more time. I see the play. I see some other things. Yeah. Let's see. Share is it. Sharon says, Teddy, if her motion is being read, then you must, in caps, be given the opportunity. You might need to contact a lawyer to make sure you can't respond yet. No, it's okay. I know the typos. I've done them myself. I simply have to, at this point, I have to trust the process. But I also certainly would want to protect my rights, my legal rights as well. I'll say that. Just looking. Melissa, I see you out there. Can you believe she pays this much time for this? She certainly is focused on, as much as she says she's not watching, she's watching every single one of my videos. She's aware of every single one of my videos. She is. Yeah, she doesn't want me to use that D4. She didn't come up with that. It's D for Danielle, and it's D for, well, tonight it's D for docket clogging. And it could be D for something else without a D. But D for desperate, Melissa says. Yeah, talking about Jaguar. D for disorder. All of them. I have talked about disorder. Didn't know that there would be so much that could be said about the D words. But yeah, it's like she even wants to throw me off of my square with talking about the D4s while I am waiting. Like, I'm not trying to control her. What she talks to, when she goes on her platform. Yeah, she wants the letters and the words. Yeah. That's real. She's trying to control even that. Come on. Melissa. I see that. It's not me, says Danielle doesn't like D. Maybe it is her thing. Oh, I don't. Ooh, I didn't know what that meant, but now I know what that means. Okay. I was reading it one word at a time. Let's see. She's obsessive with all the behaviors. It's like a spammer. That's kind of, I know that's humorous. Junebug says Teddy might get a strike from someone claiming to be the alphabet owner. Okay, throw him out. Who else before I? Yeah, be careful. I mean, it's like that. That is certainly trying to control. Um, it's trying to control my freedom of speech, my content, my ability. It's trying to intimidate me into silence. You know, like what I should talk about now, or who I should talk about, or what videos. You see, I think this is also a way that she knows I have these receipts. She wants to silence the receipts. Yeah. She wants to make it out to be something sinister. Yeah, I know. Who copied all and pasted all of or uploaded all of the documents? Yeah, all of the snapshots of my videos. Yeah, individually. Yeah, a great read. Mm. But again, on a serious note, this is disturbing to me. Mhm. Yeah, be nice a little while longer. Just so happens the D's. Yeah. All right. I think that's it. It's it for me for now. Yeah. Let me go ahead and check my email. I haven't done that at all. And I will be right back. Let me break this up with some other kind of music. I've been feeling down all night. You tell me it's alright. It's alright, alright, alright. So blue. 자하늘은 푸른 바다. Oh, how deep it kills me when you jump up.
기댈 것이 없다거나 느낄 때도 Baby it's alright It's alright 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 So 저 하늘은 더 푸른 바다 How deep it kill me when you jump 힘껏 달려가 And now 두 발을 벌려 Dive into the sunlight When you're down Just dive into the sky 나라 우리 가슴이 터질 때잖아 귀를 기울여봐 내 안에 작은 목소리가 점점 크게 들려와 Dive into the sunlight when you're down Just dive into the sky 나라 우리
All right, it is time to say good night. I appreciate each and every one of you who joined me. Please hit the like on your way out. Biggest bear hugs go out to all the grizzlies and the honey bears. But that's it. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm Teddy. Good night.
So don't you tell me I am selfish just because I look out for myself. I've been happy, working hard so I won't have to cry when I'm older. I could have done this or that. I remember when I used to. Don't do it cause it doesn't work. I'd rather tell her, shoot your shots. I did it, so I know you got this. We're all living one manifest. You'll get your dreams, just do your best. So don't you tell me I am helpless just because I'm searching for myself. I've been high, working hard just so I can say I told you so. I told you so. I don't need your approval to be myself. I got that on myself. Gracefully, gotta keep it cozy. I'ma take it slowly, one step at a time till my time is up. Why you stay mad at me? we gon' make mistakes, we gon' disagree. Are you so proud of me? If you just wait and see, you gon' rise. So don't you tell me I am selfish just because I look out for myself. I've been working hard, so I won't have to cry when I'm older. I could have done this or that. I remember when I used to. Don't do it cause it doesn't work. I'd rather tell you, shoot your shot. I did it, so I know you got this. We're all living for manifest. You'll get your dreams, just do your best. So don't you tell me I am helpless just because I'm searching for myself. I've been working hard just so I can say I told you so. I told you so.